don't think you realize what this connection really is. And again, there's a reason I've mentioned to you in the beginning that sometimes we think that we know, right? Because maybe you follow a true divine feminine, right? I always say this to you guys, not all divine feminines are meant to talk about these connections. Not all divine feminines are linked as their mission and their purpose to guide other twinnies. So maybe you even follow someone who is a true divine feminine. Maybe you've heard me talk about these things. You feel like you know a lot. You know what this connection is really about. You figure certain things out. But again, what did I say to you? Knowing and embodying are two different things. You think that you know. If you knew, you wouldn't be in this impatience. You wouldn't be in this longing. You wouldn't be in this, why is the universe not granting this to me? Watch the previous part so it makes sense. It's like you, this collective, you would think that power couple is this couple that is always together. They're going to grow old together, and then everyone's just going to feel jealous of the love that we share. But it's not it. Yes, power couple, yes, twinnies in union. We're meant to be together. Once we get into union, we're always going to be in that union, right? We are meant to inspire people, what love is really about, but we are meant to, more than anything, emit the frequency of love. Not for people to look at us and feel jealous, oh my God, how amazing their relationship is, but to people to look at us and feel the frequency of love, feel that I don't want to settle, I don't want to be in a karmic relationship, I also want a true thing and true love, but not from that perspective of why do they have it and I don't have it, but in the perspective of understanding these people love each other with a love that is pure, with a love that is mature. I have to be that person too. That's how we inspire people. Do you understand what I mean? It's like you're still on a level of ego when it comes to seeing this connection, seeing your person. But I feel this is also why it's causing this doubt within you. Few more, let's see. Because I do want to have some time to do that shadow work. We have Leo. Maybe it is a detail. Aries, we have Leo, but more than anything, I was used to maybe, I'm looking at that microphone, so maybe you and your person work with a microphone, whether that's you have a podcast or a singer or a speaker or the stand-up comedian. I was used to being the center of focus for everyone's attention. But your magnetism overweight mine, and I was insecure about that. You guys, it happens. Number 86. Maybe your person is, even if they're not Leo, maybe they are a bit of I'm in the center of attention. But it happens a lot that the masculine, that it's all linking to lack of worthiness, a lack of self-love, that they love attention from external sources, they love attention from the ladies, and it's this jealousy. There's a reason I've mentioned this jealousy. Maybe you're not even realizing that one of the reason your person is triggered by you and is so, it's like pulled in and but then pulled out, is the jealousy. It happens a lot because we're in a different place that they are, because we have a different role on this journey. Our glow up, external glow up, starts sooner. I was brain freeze because I wanted to tell you that I've touched on this. I have a Divine Feminine masterclass available free on my YouTube, and there's an episode that talks about journey of the feminine, journey of the masculine, and explains that, and it kind of covers that topic of that jealousy and insecurities that we trigger within them. But jealousy is a very nasty and shadow. It's something that it comes from separation, from comparison, from lack of self-love, from projections. I feel like there's something about jealousy within this collective. So either you are a jealous person, or you also maybe like when people are jealous. Maybe remember what I said? It's like your vision of love at this point, be honest with yourself. Your vision of love at this point is, I want people to look at us and be like, what do I always say to you guys? Union comes in peace. Okay? Union, people who are in 20s who are in union, we don't go like, oh, look at us, we're in union, we love each other. Yes, sometimes some pairings, part of their mission is to really be out there, right? Again, I say this to you guys all the time. Patience at the bottom of the deck. Just like not all divine feminines are meant to work with love, twin flame, divine love, right? It's very few of us that our life's mission is linked to guiding other divines into union and helping other divines. Most divine feminines, they have different journeys. Why? Well, it wouldn't make sense. It's so few of us. Not all of us need to be the teachers for the next generations of twinnies, right? There are other things to do in this world. There are other things to fix in this world. So only few of us are meant to work with twinnies. And similarly, only few pairings, twin flame pairings, we all have a joint mission, right? But only few twin flames pairings are meant to be out there to display love, to inspire others, right? And talk about spirituality and spiritual love and divine love together, right? So most twinnies, as they get into union, it comes in silence. It comes in peace. It's not just this thing that you announce suddenly, right? And if it's not part of your mission to share that love with others, we don't. We're just a normal couple to the outside observer that is just very inspiring because we emit frequency of love. And I feel there's a reason it's all coming to my mind, because I feel like this collective, maybe you enjoy when people feel a little bit jealousy towards you because it makes you feel better. Low self-esteem. Seeking validation. You're still in a place of ego. I want to do a few more. I'm hearing 3 more, but I kind of want to have time. Let's see. Intuition. Surrender to the divine. I want to do one more. Not stop resisting, go with the flow. You're resisting right now. You think you know better. And we have Libra. I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind about our relationship, but it was because I was scared. Indecisive, we have that. There's energy. I feel like this would be in both of you. In both of you. Remember, we lead the way. We lead the way. It's like you wanting something from your masculine, but you yourself, you're not embodying it. It may be a detail as well. Leo, we have Aries, Leo, Libra. A lot of fire energy. And with that intuition, I've looked at this as well. 88, 64, 47. Light bulb moments. What I heard actually is that maybe as it normally happens, this is how readings work. You listen to me speak and things that you already knew, but it's like boop, right? It's your light bulb moment. Direct knowledge from source. You know what I'm actually hearing? It's a bit of an internal battle within you. Settling. Maybe you have that moment. Is it really it? Was it really it? Maybe I was confused. Maybe it wasn't. I always say this to you guys. The best, we all gonna have those moments in the beginning, but the best way is to find yourself as a spiritual teacher, true divine feminine who is meant to work with twin flames, and go on a psychic session. Whatever it is that she does, I do it through tarot. I'm a reader. There are other divine feminines who resonate more with energy, healing, and shamanic, whatever that is, whatever you resonate with. But find yourself a mentor, especially in moments of doubts. But I feel like you would be confused, this collective, although I'm hearing that your guides are trying to scream to you through that intuition, but you're not listening because you're very much in your ego right now. All right, let's jump into that shadow work. Just saying. You guys, we lost second part. I don't know why. Like, it reached the little circle on TikTok. It reached 10 minutes, but it disappeared. I thought it was storage because it sometimes happens when we don't have storage. But I do have plenty of storage, so let's just try this again. I'm gonna do a little recap for you because I wanted to do shadow work. So we already have 5 cards on a table, animal cards, and we started with the tarot. So we have the dolphin, we have the hummingbird. We're doing shadows for all of these. I was saying that there's strong air energy. We have the phoenix, we have the dragonfly. Maybe some of these can be signs for you as well. And we have the crow. So what I was saying to you guys with these, that there is this lack of, there's a resistance within you. There's definitely resistance, right? There's definitely, you're overthinking, you're resisting change and resisting transformation. And I was explaining to you guys how, yes, on this journey we constantly go for change and transformation and deaths and rebirths. But there are some transformations that are the biggest ones, right? Throughout this journey, as we cross the bridge, it can take years, this journey, right? We know this, from anywhere from like 3 to 8 years. We will have like those 2, 3, maybe 4, depending on the length of this journey, those biggest moments, those biggest deaths and rebirths, when it literally feels like you're a completely different person. And I feel there's a one coming, but you're resisting. You're resisting. You're wanting, you're prolonging things, wanting things to happen faster. You're pushing it to the other side, to the other way. And without you knowing, you're prolonging. You're causing delays. You are your biggest blockers. I think I've mentioned it. Did I mention this before or now to you guys? That it's like sometimes we blame our guides and the universe and people, but it's us. It's us that we resist the change, because dolphin is a card of a healer. And when we talk about shadows and when he is in reversed, it means that you doubt your power. You doubt your mission. You haven't reached a level on this journey to truly understand the importance of separation, the importance of healing. This journey is not just for you to get into union, we talked about this, and be happy. It's to become a healer. And discovery of your mission. You know that I always say that there are 3 pillars of this journey, right? Your healing, your mission, and healing of your connection. Your mission is an important one. And it's not just about discovering your craft, because it's truly just an ancestor tool, very beautiful, very, very sacred. But it is us who are healers. It is our frequency. But in order to be that healer, to emit that frequency, you have to stand in a place of love. You have to heal. And we have winter solstice on top of that. Find the light within a year or more. I feel this collective, you're really refusing to accept that this journey takes time, and that we're talking about years, not months here. This is why you're trying to push, you're trying to resist, but through resisting, you're prolonging the inevitable. I was hearing as well, we have the Fool in reverse, only fools rush in, right? We were talking about lack of patience, lack of patience, impulsiveness, restless, reckless, lack of faith. I am sensing that this collective, you are a little bit, again, this moment of, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm losing faith. But instead of just resting, replenishing, anchoring myself in the moment, being grateful, you're trying to push. You're trying to push. And there's this with the Queen of Wands and Emperor in reverse. I was saying that you are in your masculine energy, but you're wounded masculine energy. You're refusing the change. You're very much in your mind, in your overthinking mind, trying to capture everything with logic. And you're a little bit, I was hearing that you're a little bit aggressive, dominant, controlling, even with your guides. So remember in the beginning we said that, you know, your guides are always with you, you feel abandoned. Maybe you had moments when you actually tried to talk to your guides and they were silent, or you asked for a sign and for the first time you received nothing. This is why you feel abandoned. So I'm not saying that they're not there, but I feel like they may be silent to teach you a lesson, because you're very demanding right now, this collective. You're not in your place of gratitude. You're not in your place of love. You're not in your place of really wanting to understanding that this journey is for you to become the best version of self. It's a gift. This journey is a gift. Separation is a gift. You're in your place of wanting. I think I said this, that that your list of demands is longer than your list of things that you're grateful for. And again, it's a difference between knowing and embodying, because you can force yourself to have a gratitude journal, right? And every morning write 10 things in there and then say, oh, I'm grateful. But no, because if your energy still, it's the energy, it's not just the words that we speak out or the words that we write, it's the energy that we emit, that we embody. So if you're not really embodying that gratitude for absolutely everything, but you're wanting, the fact that you have that journal and you write that down, it won't change anything. And I was also saying, because I feel like your intuition is blocked right now. Your third eye is blocked. You're very much in your mind, and your wounded masculine mind. I was saying that whether we have Ascension at the bottom of the deck, whether you are working already with someone, a mentor, and I always say we should, and I don't care what anyone says. And I've had this discussion a while ago with someone in the comment section, that someone said, on this journey, the objective is to find, you know, your own intuition, listen, and you are your own spiritual teacher. Yes, it's true. It's the purpose of any journey of spiritual healing. But before you get there, it's really necessary. I don't care what anyone says, especially on this journey where we have to go so deep in order to reach union. We have to reach and walk towards Christ consciousness. And it is something that is very hard to do on your own, because we are programmed, our egos are programmed for denial. This is why us, you know, the people who are meant to support you on this is why we exist. This is why we create tools like oracle cards and content to help you. But that one-on-one sessions, that having that mentor, it's key. Can it be done without it? Yeah. It goes back to the question that you guys always ask me, why some separations take 2 years and 3 years and others 7 and 8 years. Well, there you have it. The more stubborn you are, and because I was hearing that you're not doing something that you know somewhere within you're supposed to do. That's why I was thinking that either you have a spiritual teacher that's given you things that you need to focus on right now as a channel, that's because this is what we do. This is truly what it is, right? And I always explain this. All people have the capacity to activate their clairs and listen to their own guides. But spiritual teachers like myself, channels, we have the capacity to do that for everyone, because we hear the guides of all, right? Why? To teach you, to help you heal, so one day, yes, you can become your own inner guru for yourself, right? So either you have a teacher that given you the next steps, what you should do, what you should work on, or you've heard certain things in your intuition from your guides, but you're not doing it, you're procrastinating. Let's do another row. Winter solstice. 9 of coins in reverse. Hold on. I just wanted to save just to make sure we're not going to lose another part. Remember I said this, whether I said this in this part? No, in the previous part I said this, that you're thinking, I'm trying to give and I'm trying to be a good person. Why are things happening to me? Because you lack boundaries and you lack self-love. And this is it. To become a healer, you have to heal yourself first. And it's funny, I think I've read this, it's coming to my mind because of that you know, difference of opinion that I had in comment sections that I mentioned, that someone said, you can do it for your own. It's a whole, this mentality, you guys, that you can do it on your own, you can be your own inner, yes, in the end, yes. But if it's so strong, it becomes a shadow. It creates and strengthens the illusion of separation. My candle just went crazy. Because if we believe that we are here for each other, we're all one supreme consciousness experiencing itself through different, you know, lives and bodies and right? Being this very crazy independent, you don't need a healer, you don't need a spiritual teacher, you just, you know, listen to your own intuition. Yes, in the end you will reach a place when you will be able to listen to your own intuition, but 99% of people will never get there, and those that will get there, it's the end of the journey. Everything in between. This is why we need spiritual teachers. We need ascended masters. We need mentors. We need them to leave books, tools, oracle cards, and everything that we can do to find that voice within. To find that voice within, you need to heal to become that healer. And being a healer also means allowing someone to hold that space for you. And I often say this to you guys, that there are types of healers that are for a chapter, like myself, because I'm a shadow worker, right? So once you reach that end of the bridge, you're not going to need me. Maybe you're going to want to have a session every year, once a year, you know, to just have a little chat and maybe do a little realignment. But once you reach that end of the bridge, you're not going to need me. But there are other healers, my universal truth, that are more of a shamanic healers, right? So they don't go through your shadows, but they maybe cleanse and heal your energy, right? Like true Reiki healers, true shamanic healers, that every now and then, even if you are at the end of the bridge and living your highest, most abundant timeline in your place of light, it's beautiful to allow the other person every now and then to hold space for us. You deserve it. You have to believe it to one day become it. There's a lack of, in this collective, there's a lack of self-love, deep lack of self-love, deep lack of boundary. And it's like maybe your ego knows how much work it's going to take. That's why you're pushing, because you want certain things and you want them now. We have 10 of Wands and Knight of Cups in reverse. You would feel very heavy right now. Emotional imbalance. There it is. Gooey, I'm hearing. You know, I love this word. Queen of Coins in reverse as well. I am hearing two things. I'm hearing manipulation, right? So I feel like a shadow, Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. Wheel is watching, wheel knows better than you do. I feel there's a lack of deep self-love and lack of sovereignty. This is why they're pushing you to start your journey of solitude, to start separation, to become enough for yourself, to step into your sovereignty. It's a long journey and it's not achievable on this journey. I don't care what anyone says. If your masculine is constantly around and constantly in and out, there's a reason for the separation, because we have to focus on us to ever be able to stand in our light, to stand in the frequency of love. We lead spiritually. How can you lead if you're constantly chasing? You will never get there without separation. This collective especially, I'm telling you, because there's a huge energy here of not being enough. You have to become this combination of Queen of Wands and Queen of Coins. I feel like there's a lot of fire and earth within you. This fierceness, but also this connection to earth. You would feel a connection to earth. I've done videos about this, like all the elements, a while ago. You can watch that. I feel like this collective, you would be connected to fire and earth. Right now you're gooey. You're gooey, you're heartbroken, you're obsessed, you're in longing. And without you knowing all this, that you feel it's love, it's a burden, because it's not love. It has nothing to do with love. And one day you will understand that. Love lets go. Love trusts. Love has faith. And more than anything, if you don't love yourself, you're incapable of loving anyone else and of accepting love of anyone else. And I don't care what anyone says. You're imbalanced right now. That's what this is the biggest thing. I feel like your guides, they've been pushing you to understand that separation needs to happen. You've been resisting, so I feel like they've pushed it on you. Because you have to focus on you. You have to start listening to your guides, to your spiritual teacher. You have to start shift your focus. It's this moment of shifting your focus from your masculine to you, to the journey of you, your growth. What do I do now? What do I heal now? The energy of him around was a burden. So I feel like it was removed. I want to do a couple of these for guidance for you. Just like maybe 4 cards. What is it that they're wanting you to focus on? Creativity. Connect to a mentor. Oh my God, you guys. Sign. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? Always grateful at the bottom of the deck. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. What else do we have? You guys. I mean, I love when they do this. I love when they do this. I don't even need these. Didn't I say this? I don't even need these. What did we say? We said already before I pulled these that you need to connect to a mentor. Okay? We all need to connect. I don't care what anyone says. Okay? And now being this mentor, and someone said that maybe I say it because you don't have to come to me. I couldn't care less. Because in the end, again, I'm here with the healing messages, but it is you. You have to make that choice to come to see me every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, to do what I tell you to do. It is you. If you don't resonate with my energy, go to a different healer. I don't care, but find yourself a mentor. Okay? I've said this. Second thing that I say, what did I say? Heal your masculine. You're in a wounded masculine 808 on a timer. You're controlling, you're overthinking, you want it your way. You're not surrendering. And what else did I say? Worthiness trauma. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself. You don't believe in your power and your greatness. You don't believe that you deserve more than breadcrumbs of your wounded masculine right now. You have to be the one to set the boundary, to set the bar. Do we want to read through these? I just want to read through that Heal Your Masculine. I was guided to do that. We all carry masculine and feminine energy within. This card is asking you to examine your inner masculine. What is your relationship to abundance, success, and commitment? I was also hearing that jealousy. Remember, distorted masculine fears commitment. He is a hyperachiever attached to success. So you would say to yourself right now, I don't fear commitment. I want to commit to your masculine. Bollocks! You're not even committing to yourself. What do you know of commitment? You're not even committing to your path. We embody commitment first on the level of self. You will never be able to commit to anyone if you cannot fully commit to yourself, to your journey. Whatever is it that you're procrastinating on, that you're not doing and you know you're supposed to do. The healing, the growth, the rebirth, the progression. Detached from his heart and emotions. We said that already. A bit gooey, a bit confused. Hold on. Sorry, I want to finish reading, but I was afraid that we're going to lose another part. Reactive, cold, distant, aggressive, shallow, judges, and controls. Oh my God. Didn't we say this? You are judging right now and you're controlling. You think judging because you think you know better. You think you know better than the universe. You're judging the situation for what it is instead of just letting go. It is what it is. If it happens, it means it has to happen. But you're overthinking. You want to control it. Healthy masculine leads with compassion and honesty. He has a strong system of values based on internal truths. How would you know your internal truths if you don't know yourself? He trusts himself and his feminine within. He is present, respectful, focused, and disciplined. Disciplined. You want your masculine, but you yourself even don't have a healthy masculine energy. You guys, that's so basic. I'm sorry. I love you. You know I love you. But we lead the way. We lead the way. It's our job on this journey to lead the way, to one day be rewarded with who we become, but also 1, 2, 3, but also with union. And then we can fully let go and drop into our feminine, because our masculine is ready to lead in the physical. But first we have to lead in the spirit realm, and part of that leading is creativity as well. You have to, I've done a video about this. If you watch me, you would have watched this video. If no, you can find it on my YouTube on a Divine Love playlist, when I've explained to you guys that in order to ever have union in the physical, to be with your masculine, us feminines, we have to create the frequency of union in the spirit realm, which means that we have to operate on a frequency as if we already had union, because the masculine has to have something to ground into existence. So if you're chasing, if you're longing, if you're wanting, if you're judging, if you're blaming him for not being here, or if you're sometimes, some feminists block, I don't want it anymore, like what, you have to embody and create the frequency of divine union in the spirit realm in order for your masculine to be able to take that and ground it into existence. Because nothing can exist in the physical realm that was not created by the creatrix, by the feminine. Be the feminine. All right? And you're far away from that. You know what to do. These 3 things. Maybe they were even on your list. You were hearing these things, but you're procrastinating. Find yourself a mentor. Heal your masculine energy. And address your worthiness trauma. Okay? All right. I don't want to make this part super long, because we could be here all day, but this is also why I say to you guys, get yourself a mentor if you really want to thrive in this journey. This is, I say this all the time. I don't know how else to say this to you guys. This journey is hard. This journey is difficult. Do all the answers reside within? Yes. But when we're blocked, we don't have access to these answers. We need a guide to teach us to work with ourselves. And it's just refusing to accept the nature of life. It's just like when you're a child. Can a child be a child? When a child is abandoned when they're little, can they survive and can they live? Yes. Yes, maybe they can even find a happiness in future, but it's going to be longer and harder, because a child needs parents, feminine and masculine energy, to teach them life, to teach them to be a human being, to teach them love, to teach them compassion, until the moment they're ready to be thrown off the nest, because they're ready to function on their own. And it's the same with spiritual teachers. When you're wounded, when you're confused, you need us. You need to come every 4 weeks, for a session, for a review, for guidance, for recalibration, for healing. And the day will come that we will push you off that nest, because you will be ready to fly. Okay? All right, you guys. I hope this was helpful. I love you. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye.